everybody, and welcome to the newest Android adventure in Gold Rush, our Weird West 4th edition campaign. Today is March 25th, 2024, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/IndoorAdventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/IndoorAdventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, you can feel free to join us at patreon.com/IndoorAdventures. But let's say you already support us on Patreon. You already support us on YouTube and Twitch and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Well, guess what, Acorns? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks. We even have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, where all the proceeds of our merch is currently going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is Indoor Adventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, RJ, who you playing today?
Hey everybody, my name is RJ. Today I'm playing Kid, the Genasi sword mage. That's my class. Yeah, we both go by he, him. He's a cowboy, and I'm embarrassed.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. I'm playing Trisannas, or Tris. She is a wild and seeker. We both go by she, her.
Boy, I'm Cyber. I use he or whatever pronouns. I play Rakel. Rakel is a human shaman who goes by she, her.
And I'm the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Ruth, also known as Carruthers Edelweiss, a human ranger who uses he, him pronouns. Yeah.
And that just leaves me. Hey everybody, I'm Wings. I am your DM for today. Yeehaw, let's get into the recap. When we last left the posse, they were in the middle of a bank heist. Ruth had found a sniper's nest and was crawling through the vents and found a letter that he had written to Sissy, implying that she was in the building. He rushed back into the vents to try and find her before she got to the others. Rakel found a statue of Lefty standing in a doorway. She took the keys sticking out of her pocket and used them to release the spirits trapped in the safety deposit boxes. Trisannas had opened the vault by inputting random codes and encountered a young girl that Kid couldn't see, named Kaolin Clay. She claimed the code was her birthday. Tris asked Lynn to lead her to the vault, and she obliged, taking her through a dark hall. As they walked, the girl seemed to age. She claimed she was protecting the town until someone she cared for returned. Tris found herself alone in the vault with a multitude of humanoid statues. As she approached one of them, it grabbed her. Meanwhile, Ruth spilled into the vault from the vents and was hit by a sniper shot. What followed was a combat with Sissy and Lefty, where Lefty was shattered, and Sissy was revealed to be a Medusa before her swift and inevitable defeat.
She was a Medusa? Did I miss that?
Yeah. Well,
she had snakes in her hair and used like a glare.
She tried to use her
theme. I get it.
She tried to use her Medusa gaze on Morabek, the spirit companion, who was immune to such things.
Heard. Okay, cool.
However, as we come back to this scene, you see what's going on over here on Baby Fight's tower? I swear to God, these kids. Dark shadows, and then like somebody opens their mouth and it's just a yawning pink abyss.
This is just a stream for now. It's just shadows.
That's what I call shadow boxing.
Hey, yo!
Boo.
I might have to break that up in a few minutes, but it seems like Morticia has got the higher ground, so she's good. All right. When we last left off, Morabek had been grabbed by a statue. And then Ms. Sissy tried to use her gaze on him when she got axed in the back by Ruth. And then Trisannas shot her from across the room with what's the name of your power with the bugs?
Biting swarm.
Biting swarm. So you shot her from across the room, and then that swarm engulfed her. And when it dispersed, she was gone, with naught but a pile of gold left behind. And very similar to the first time that you defeated somebody imbued with law, it seems that there is some items poking out of the pile of gold. Meanwhile, all of the statues around you in the vault have mostly been inanimate because they only activate when you get near them. But the one holding Morabek, like the gold that was veined across its stone skin, begins to slowly leak out of its pores, sort of like gold dust, and falls to the ground. And similarly, this is happening to every other statue in the room.
Yeah.
Ruth, you all right?
I think Ruth is just like he's fallen to his knees. He's at this pile of gold. And I think that like he'll sort of like sift through it a little bit. So to our understanding as denizens of this world,
Yes.
when somebody explode into coins, do they just like respawn at a town later with no money, or is it like once you are on a wanted poster, if you die, like that is like you are sentencing yourself?
Respawning is, quote unquote, respawning, is something that is said to happen. I'm gonna say that it's not common.
Okay.
It happens to somebody of strong will, of usually somebody with like unfinished business, I'd say.
Okay.
I I'll even say that there is a way that you can kill them with an intent not to kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's also kind of like, regular D&D revival rules. If they don't want to come back, they won't.
Okay. Gotcha. Sure.
So it's really up in the air. You won't know until, you see them again.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ruth is kind of zoning out, and then he hears Kid fire a shot into the ceiling. As that was the last thing that we had left off on, was you with your sissy bullet, just sending it.
Right.
Into
I
the
thought we were
concrete.
outdoors real quick.
Oh,
No, we were
you're in a vault.
inside.
Oh,
What are you
okay.
talking
Well, still does it. It's cool
Yep.
looking.
I mean, it's a
Ow.
large vault, so.
Do I sense any souls in here?
Um,
Any ghosts?
Is Sissy glaring at us from the afterlife?
she just like there with her arms crossed, tapping her boot, like, nah.
You fucking got me.
You don't sense any. Okay, give me a nature check.
Okay. Uh, 21.
Okay. I was thinking about this earlier today. I feel like Triss doesn't see every soul that there is to see in
Yeah.
an area. I think she kind of has to attune herself. The way I was thinking about it before is sort of like a kaleidoscope, right? You have to shift things and change your perspective in order
Yeah.
to be able to perceive different souls or
Yeah.
realms, I
Mhm.
suppose. You can attune your vision to see that, yes, there are souls here, but they are trapped and dormant inside the statues.
Okay. We didn't destroy any of the statues, correct?
No. The
And-
only thing that has occurred with statues is had the gold pulled out of them.
Okay.
Which you can put together was being used to sort of puppet them and control them, animate them.
I think maybe while people are doing stuff, she's gonna start to try and like mess with the statues to see if she can figure out a way to free the souls.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. We'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Simon,
Mhm.
Ruth is digging through this gold pile, right?
Yeah, he's just looking for like anything that might be left. Like
Great.
obviously there's a sniper rifle
Yes.
that is there as well, but like were there any other mundane things that were on her?
I feel like mundane things don't really. I mean, like, I guess if they're narratively important, yes, mundane things will sometimes be left behind.
Okay.
But not so much in this case. You do already have her diary tucked away somewhere on your person. But you find the Viper rifle. As you're digging around, your hand brushes against some soft fur, and you pull it out of the pile of coins, and you find a mink stole with sort of a golden sheen uh, that appears as you like move it from side to side. Just the light catches it. It's like dark like mink stole. This is the let me open up my magic items. This is the winter snap armor.
Oh, okay.
And then you also find what you at first think is a mundane item. It's the rifle holster. Um, However, likewise, you move it and you can see the sheen of gold and the embroidery on it. It's sort of like a shoulder strap situation, like can like holster the rifle on your back. Um, as you're examining it, you can find that any rifle holstered into this leather holster, will become a challenge-seeking weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pair the Viper rifle with this weapons holster. Um
All right, the Viper rifle doesn't change.
yeah.
It stays the same.
It's more of a just like if I'm gonna give somebody this sick rifle, I might as well like also be like, and the holster to go with it. Like as a two-piece, not like trying to be like, do they fuse magic properties?
Completely dropping the veil here. The challenge-seeking weapon goes to Kid.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Or at least that's where all the macros I wrote went. If you
Okay.
guys feel very, very strongly about this, I can change that.
Oh no, I don't need this. It doesn't look very.
Oh, it don't really look. It doesn't match my outfit, does it?
Doesn't match my aesthetic. Finger snap. Now it does.
Rakel, Mirabek is kind of like been scruffed by this statue, which is now no longer animate. I imagine that you've been occupied by this predicament.
I'll
And
just dismiss them.
okay. After you do that, you look into the face of this statue. You realize that it's Majni, the tribesperson you've been looking for.
Okay. Do I know anything about how to potentially reverse something like this?
Arcana, nature.
26 for nature.
Okay. Remind me the name of your mentor. I should know this.
Which one?
All grandmas know each other. Billy. It's Billy.
I mean,
I ran that game. Okay.
there are three. Their names are
Okay.
Billy, Dolly, and Amy.
Billy, Dolly, and Amy. That sounds like something I should write down. Billy, you remember Billy saying something about the way that magic works in this world. Um, and it has to do with ritual casting. When terrible things happen to people, when they die, when they're sick, when they lose limbs, when they're petrified, this sort of thing can only be undone by a very powerful ritual caster.
And we have no leads on a ritual caster. Great.
Could we pool magic for that?
You mean like work together to perform a ritual?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, fourth edition does have rules for that you can assist with a ritual, but somebody has to be leading the ritual who has the ritual casting feat. That's the first requirement. Second requirement is that you have to have access to a ritual that would be able to undo this. And I'm gonna tell you now, like, above board,
Yeah.
that is a high level ritual that you probably don't
Sure.
have access to at this moment.
Okay.
I think that Trisannas can come to a similar conclusion
Mhm.
that these souls are trapped in these statues, and, well, I suppose you could free them.
I could like destroy them and free their souls. I can't bring
Yeah.
them back. Yeah. Okay. Triss sort of looks away from the statue and says, "Well, I don't have any ability to unpetrify these poor souls, but if we destroy their vessel, their spirits can be at rest.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Just an option."
I found what I'm looking for, and now I I need to actually find someone to undo this. So I guess, what do y'all want to do?
What do you mean you found what you were looking for?
And I just point at the guy whose formal wear looks like it was altered in the same sort of way that Rakel's was.
Mhm.
Like there was the same like base materials and everything.
Oh, I see. I'm very sorry.
Well, I know the guy with the device that you didn't like. He was looking around for ritual casters, but he never found one here. So
So maybe we'll
where
have to make.
where would uh where would people with that ability be around here?
There were any bigger cities, maybe?
What
Ruth.
direction are they?
West.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna point that out, but you guys came to that conclusion on your own. Yeah, I was
I
gonna
was
say
paying attention.
it's an old wisdom that Ruth would be aware of, possibly Trisannas, maybe even Kid. That the farther west you go, the wilder it gets, the larger the bounties, the more powerful the people, the more likely you could find a ritual caster.
Of appropriate power.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it just becomes a question of, do we want to bring your friend with us in the state they are now?
I have a way to do that. I sure as hell don't.
I mean, at this point, we carry him gingerly into the back of a cart that we acquire from somewhere in the town.
Ruth.
Oh,
They are in a vault, a very safe location.
I
Also, could it
tumbled
be
in
we got
here
into
through
it?
an airway.
Yes, and now that the protector of the city is no more, we'll figure something out. But for now, I think it's best if we maybe take a rest. It is quite late.
Everybody be on your guard. I don't know how the townsfolk are going to react after being under for so long.
No. Hopefully, this was the end of the sequestering of the spirits and they can make their way out from the darkness. Not these ones, of course, they are stuck in the stone, but the other ones in the cemetery.
I think that's up to the enchantments placed on them, honestly.
All right.
So we're staying in the vault tonight? Or do we want to try to make our way back to lodging?
Do you
Perhaps
think they
it
got our
best-
beds ready?
I'm sure they do.
T-dum, TD.
All right. Y'all make your way out of the vault, having to pick your way through all of these inanimate statues, seeing face after face of family members, brothers, wives, mothers, fathers, friends, people that are surely missed. And you make your way out of the vault. Trisannas, you notice in particular, when you came into the vault, there was a long, dark hallway that you were led through by the spirit that, the soul that introduced herself as Lynn. There is no such place. You take, a few steps out of the vault, and there is the door.
Oh. Interesting. Well, when I made my way in here, it was a bit more ominous. Must have been a protection on it or something. Little girl.
How is this game again?
Miss Caitlin, are you here? Okay. Caitlin?
Give me a nature check to see if you can call her.
I don't remember dark hallway. I think it took about 6 seconds to get down here from.
Roughly about
Reckon
6 seconds,
from the
yeah. I'd say like
second
around.
I had to double move, but I made it.
That's fair.
Nick.
That's a 19.
All right. That ain't half bad. I think that you call for her, and you smell cigarette smoke, and then from over in one of the clerk's chairs, you hear, "It's Kaolin."
My apologies, little one. Not so little one, I see.
Suppose not. She turns towards you in this swiveling chair, sort of like looks down at herself.
Does the chair actually move?
Yeah, you guys will see the chair like
What a
turn towards
fuck?
Trisannas.
It's time to mosey.
We gonna go.
Do you feel any different since we met earlier?
She looks at you and she has a sadness that crinkles her eyes. She doesn't look like she did before. She appears fully human at this point. And her arm has a terrible burn on the left one. And sort of like this scar that spiderwebs across her skin.
Oh, I see. Did you get the nickname Lefty after you died or before?
Seems cruel, don't it? I came up with it myself. I thought it was funny.
Well, I suppose that's your prerogative.
She's gone now, isn't she?
Yes, she is. I've heard of people coming back after that, but so far it's pretty rare.
She just sort of nods. She looks away from you. When she left, I promised I'd take care of this town. And I did. It very nearly killed me.
What did kill you?
When she returned, she couldn't stand to see me die. So she did the only thing she could think to do. And she made me into something that couldn't die. But there really wasn't much of me left by the end of it.
Sorry about destroying that.
No. Actually, I should be thanking you. That was hell.
And you are very welcome. Are the other spirits freed now, or is there still a magic on this town?
I reckon they should be soon enough. These sorts of things. Sometimes they take time to dispel. But now that all the spirits are free, I reckon that the patina that was put over this town is going to be wearing away.
We'll inform the people of the town in the morning.
I reckon they'll all be pretty confused.
I'm sure. Is there anything that you'd like us to pass on for you?
Tell them I'm sorry.
Of course.
And tell them she didn't mean to hurt him. She was trying to do something good in her own way.
Of course. Now you rest well.
That smell of smoke becomes very strong for a moment and then wafts away, and that chair spins till it stops empty.
She said thank you for freeing her.
Who are you saying this to?
Everyone in the room.
Yep.
She's like
Just
kind
Rakel.
of
Got it.
turns.
Fucking
Yeah.
Ruth was gone.
Oh,
Ghosts,
oh,
no
right,
thank
right.
you.
Hello.
Oh, so I have a little question.
Okay.
I have these keys,
Uh-huh.
and I got them from Lefty. And I believe we just kind of killed them.
Yes.
What's the appropriate thing to do? Do I just like leave the keys here?
Kid
Do I
like
take them
extends
with
his hand
us?
out.
We'll take care of them, give them to the proper authorities in the morning. It was very nice of you to ask, Miss Rakel.
Yes.
No,
my
I
kind.
legitimately don't know what to do with keys.
I understand. I also come from a place where we don't lock things.
Kid starts walking away.
Shall we? Kid,
Yeah.
y'all grabbed the money, right?
He'll actually hold up 4 coin purses, divvied it up.
Wonderful. She takes one and gives one to Raquel.
Oh, okay.
And this
You'll
one's
find that money, gold, is important out here. It's a bit of a tricky thing, but it's important to have and to know the value of it. I know it doesn't make much sense.
How much gold was it?
247. How much was the bounty?
The total hoard was 1,040.
1,040 divided by 2. It's dumb. 260. And this is for you, Miss Trace. Sadly, dear Ruth has left us, so I will be hanging on to his share for the time being.
I think it best if we get to bed.
Agreed.
Raquel, have you ever slept inside?
Yes.
Wonderful. I find that a nice plush bed is quite nice after a long day's rest. A long day.
How far ahead did Ruth get?
Oh, Ruth is just standing outside. I think he's probably like looking up at the moon or something. Like he just like if there was a ghost happening, like squeaky, like ghosts are one thing, but a squeaky chair that turns and faces like, oh, okay, shit, that's exactly where that ghost is. So yeah, I don't think that he got very far. Y'all wrapped up in there.
There's a coin pouch that just tossed Ruth's way.
Just catches it. It's a little heavy. 200 some odd gold, but
Make it hail. How far is it between the inn and the city hall?
Maybe at most like 5 minutes walk.
Okay. In the time that it takes us to pass between the town hall and there, before it was notably empty and all like spiritual presence and everything.
Mhm.
Has there been? I don't assume that the change would be drastic,
like
but
a
like, is there anything that's returning?
Yeah. Yes, I would say. I feel like as you guys are walking, you can hear the sound of almost like falling sand. And looking around, you can see like at the corners, the buildings are sort of like dropping golden dust, that just sort of like blows away on the wind. And everything just kind of has sort of a sagging, like melting quality as the patina begins to fade.
Sissy must have sunk a lot of gold into whatever she was doing here.
Oh, that's gold. I thought it was pollen.
Genuine smile at a kid.
Yeah, I think Ruth, I think he's just kind of quiet during the walk. It's only 5
Trisanna,
minutes.
sorry.
No, that's all right.
Trisannas, you will notice that occasionally you can see a soul just sort of like walking down the street.
You guys see the stern look on her face sort of relax for a moment as she starts to see, I mean, you guys don't know, but she's kind of just a small, like instead of her mouth being a straight line across, there's a little bit of a curve to it. She seems content right now.
Nature is healing.
Nature is healing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I guess we head back to the hotel in relative silence.
You return. I think that normally there's somebody, at least like one person watching the counter in case, somebody needs something in the middle of the night. But they're actually like Rosie. She's got her arms folded and she's just like asleep at the counter.
Kid's just gonna reach behind and grab like 2 keys. And he'll hand one off to the ladies and he'll thumb Ruth up the stairs towards their rooms.
After you, Honeybear.
Who was that directed to?
You, sorry.
Oh, okay. Right.
No. She says, after you, little twig.
All right. That's a new one.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, I got it. It's a new one. Just heads back up to the room and just sprawls out on the whatever bed that's there.
Okay. Everybody goes to sleep.
One thing for Kid and Ruth, Kid will pull out that bottle of whiskey that he was using to bond with his weapon and just plunk it on the table. Feel like going a couple rounds, old man?
Yeah, I don't see how else we can celebrate a job well done without a little bit of fire in our belly before going to sleep.
Yeah, you're right. Pours. Clink.
So, that is Thorny-Toed Jim and now one of the Compass Roves. How you feeling about this whole thing?
Technically speaking, I haven't killed nobody yet, so I don't know how I'm feeling right now.
That's true.
Both times was all mistress.
And if given the opportunity, how would you have handled the situation? I made it sound like a job interview. I don't know why I said it that way.
No, this is good.
Takes
This is good.
another sip.
Once I'm done with my quest for vengeance, I might need to do some interviewing around. I don't think banditry sits well with me.
No, it's not for everybody. That is 110% accurate. Banditry is one of those things that I don't touch the stuff. Don't particularly care for it. There are a lot of honest ways to earn a living.
About what you asked about. Honestly, I think I would have just knocked him out.
And then that big blast that you did inside of the vault, that wouldn't have come to pass at all. You wouldn't have knocked him out and then scared the living shit out of him with a big old bang.
You know what? Over the course of the last couple of weeks we've been playing this game, I had a really cool monologue going if I were to knock Sissy out which I said, you do right by these people or else I'll know, and then I tossed the bullet onto her.
Yeah.
Like as a sign of I could have done it, but I didn't. Be a better person.
I see. And now, I don't know about you, but I got shot by her in there. I think we were a snail hair away from about everyone turning to gold, so it were. I think we got lucky.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, she's one of the Compass Roves. Was being the prerogative at this point in time. Y'all seem like you had it handled back there. And Rakel, well, she held up in a fight fairly well. That spirit, wolf, deer thing looks cool as hell.
I can agree to that.
That being said, I saw you get got by one of those viney things. And Triss looked like she was worse for wear. It's not as easy as a fight as I think that we expected it to be, or at least the way that we're kind of leading it on to be.
No, you are definitely right on that front. I think plants have a thing out for me, honestly. With what's going on back at the vault and then coming into town. That's besides the point.
I was thinking that there was like that giant gold guy, and then that was sort of like a precursor to what we faced off in the vault.
It's
like
like
a
good
callback.
video game design. It's like conveyance or something. Like this is something we'll have to do later on.
Who would have thought?
Oh,
I don't know what a video is, but I know what games are. Kid, I know you have your quest for vengeance. But in this situation, where vengeance has removed a powerful player from this board, that very well could put a wanted figure underneath your name. How are you going to explain to the town tomorrow that they don't have a mayor and they don't have a sheriff? I don't even know if there's going to be a town. You said that there was gold running in everybody's veins.
the thing though is, Ruth, what Sissy was doing here wasn't right.
It wasn't right. But this town's going to be tumbleweeds after we're done.
You give people too little faith. This is the Rove. The Ramble. It's hell every single day. The climate changes, people come and go into power. I've got faith in the people in the Ramble to survive this. Even more so now that they're not under the influence of someone.
I'd like to believe that's true as well. That's why I'm going to leave a portion of my share to the people of this town. Give them something to start. Maybe hire a group that can stay behind and protect them in case any bandits come by.
All right. I can't tell you what not to do with your gold.
I should hope not. I'm twice your age, at least.
Ugh.
I might have ADHD, but you can't tell me what to do with my money.
What are HDs and why do you have 80 of them?
I've been hoarding them. Keeping them to myself.
Kid will like slap Ruth's arm and start heading out the room. Don't wait up. I'm gonna go take a leak.
Have a good night, kid.
Mm-hmm. Kid walks down the stairs, kicks his boot against like a table and sighs. He heads outside and he starts converting all the gold dust into the air into actual gold coins for the town.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he will not sleep tonight. I'll take whatever detriments there are to that.
Oh yeah. Everybody else go ahead and have a long rest.
Honk shoe.
You get your healing surges back, full health. You get your dailies back, and then you reset to 1 action point. Honk shoe
Alright.
indeed.
Oh.
What is the intent for turning all of this gold into gold?
So that the town has something.
Give it to the town. All right,
Yeah.
that's sweet. Okay. Everybody else, as you wake up, you awaken to light shining in through the windows as sunrise comes. You can hear some bustling outside, a lot of people gathering in the streets and talking. Um, as you wake up, you will find that all of the adjustments that were made when you passed through the barrier into the town, all the adjustments that were made to your appearance, those seem to have faded over the night. And looking out the windows, you can see that there are people sort of meandering around town, gathering in groups. And likewise, their appearances have changed slightly. And every now and then you'll see someone double over and give a racking cough. And then, like, pull their handkerchiefs away from their faces, and you see like a slurry of gold dust there.
And we're sure that isn't pollen.
Wrong time of year, sweetheart.
Ruth puts a little like handkerchief over his mouth and nose. Jack, gotta be careful.
Can't be too careful.
Can I say Kid is outside right now?
Yeah. You have to repeatedly explain to people what's going on because they seem to have no memory before Sissy returned to town. They had no memory after Sissy returned to town. Basically, it cuts off right before she arrived.
All right, you know what? Enough of this. He'll turn to, who's the last leader of your town? Who's alive?
Well, I reckon that would be Miss Clay. You seen her? She was awful sick. She got
Next
hurt
person
in an outlaw raid.
Next person who used to run this town and is still alive.
That like big shrug, like
Kid
everybody seems to be
hand,
under the assumption that it would be Clay.
Reaches his hand over to like this barrel, rustles underneath it, and hands her 10 gold. Find someone. Now.
Like, really like shocked and
actually, you know what? He puts 2 pinkies into his mouth and whistles really loudly.
Uh-huh.
All right, y'all. We killed your last mayor. It's time for a re-election.
Everyone is confused and frightened by this. At about this time, the rest of y'all could have made your way downstairs.
Hearing this, Ruth tapped a mosey. Just...
Oh, Ruthie. Hold on.
Oh, I don't like this part.
Well, it's all right.
Congratulations, Mayor Jimothy. I don't care. Take control of the situation.
Walks out to Kid. Seems you're handling this tactfully.
Whips his head around, several bags under the eyes.
You look stunning.
Oh, sorry, mistress. Been busy.
Right. Have we found the replacement?
Well, before Miss Sissy, it was Mayor Clay, and well,
perhaps if we go to the preacher, someone who's been here for a while.
Oh no, I'm all about separation of religion and government.
They're community organizers, but they are not elected officials. There's a vast difference between these two.
Right. Oh, okay.
This is why we should never had a bipartisan house.
Perhaps we
Which
should...
is awful confusing because our religion revolves around law.
The wording is so difficult. Perhaps we should spread word of an announcement later this morning so that everyone can be there. So it's not just a word of mouth thing.
You make a lot of sense, Miss Tripp. Maybe I'm gonna.
Why don't
Maybe
you
I'm gonna
go
have
take a
some
nap?
coffee.
Right.
Have a coffee.
So, I'm sorry. I thought the plan was that we were going to leave.
We are, but we don't want to leave the people in a mess. They have to understand what's happened to them.
I think Kid made it abundantly clear what happened to these people.
Right. I think they deserve more of an explanation, don't you, Ruth?
That I do.
Right. Why don't we find as many people as we can to tell them that there'll be an announcement in the town square, understanding of what's happened.
When?
Just before noon. Do we have watches now, Wings? So we
Yeah,
have times.
I mean, should I?
There is a
Uh,
clock tower.
I'll just tell
at,
him to show up now, and
right.
she'll walk off.
Okay. Head to the Head to the. I will go. Oh lords, am I doing this? We are a charismatic bunch.
Okay. Is the plan to get everybody to congregate at town hall and then explain to them what happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Triss, you head to town hall and you can see that people are sort of like trickling in. And like there's like folks outside that are waving them inside. And it appears that like word has gotten out that like the vault is open and the secret of what lies inside.
Hello. My name is Triss. We came to this town for many reasons, but once we arrived, we found your city was under some sort of spell fueled by gold. Miss Sissy had done some sort of magics to take over your minds and your town, and we have freed you of this. I presume that this will cause things to change here, making this town go back to how it was before. And, well, if you have any questions, I suppose you can ask them now. Lefty, who was, Kaylin Clay, she wanted to tell you she's sorry and she did her best to protect you, but found herself also changed by Miss Sissy. And she has moved on from this mortal coil, if you understand. In the vault, there are some people who have been petrified. We will go find somebody who can turn them back. I would say we request that you do not touch them or move them, but it is more of a, if you move them or disturb them in any way, you will find yourself in the same place Miss Sissy is. Do I make myself very clear?
A murmur about the crowd. They seem to be able to sense that you are someone with a lot of power.
Well, Mr. Jedediah kept record of everybody who came into this town via photography as well as sketches. We're not sure what's happened to those people who have gone missing from here, but I think it'd be good if somebody or all of you took note of them and make sure if anybody comes looking, you can tell them where that their loved one was here or and is no longer.
Anything else?
Can I get an inside check? Just looking across the crowd, is there like whenever Tris like makes these sorts of things, are there people is there somebody in particular that like the people in the crowd are like turning to like gauge like should we go along with this or not?
Like looking to somebody with authority.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me an insight check.
21.
Okay. Yeah, I think they do like I think that like a number of people are looking to like different people. There's not like, an overall consensus as to who needs to be in charge next. But yeah, it does seem like there are a few faces here that would be good candidates for leadership.
Hey, you. What's your name?
Um
Uh, you understand all this? You you can make sure all these people around you keep looking at you like like you're the dad or something. Uh,
Okay.
probably actually a woman. Um,
Sure, yeah.
like
We're gonna call
just
her Barbara Colton.
you're gonna make sure this ain't all falling on deaf ears, right?
Yeah, I reckon. So from my understanding, Ms. Kaylin Clay is passed.
Yes, she has moved on from this world.
And how long have we been bewitched?
Ever since Miss Sissy came back.
Was that a year ago?
It's like 6 years.
I reckon it was about 6 years ago.
Like a murmur from the crowd, like, oh my gosh, we've lost so much time.
I know it'll be an adjustment, but I believe working as a community would be in your best interest.
Barbara Colton sort of nods and like begins to like sort of round people up and like, put them to work doing certain jobs.
Raquel's gonna like call out some of the other people and just be like, "You're not gonna let Miss Barbara do all this by herself, right?"
Like there is a lot of people who seem like dazed, they are like dealing with the fact that they've recently received a lot of information and like are checking in mirrors like, oh my gosh, I've got wrinkles now.
Hey,
um
focus,
oh
focus.
yes,
Look,
yes, of course, and then
hey,
like rushes off to go
look,
receive orders
look.
from Barbara.
All of that I'm seeing on your face right now. You know how much Miss Barbara's dealing with now that I told her to do all this? You're gonna help her. All right? Don't make her go through that herself.
that sounds like that sounds like a check of some sort, like diplomacy or intimidation. I almost don't want to undercut it with a low number.
Oh, there will be.
Oh. Oh my God.
Oh, there will be.
I can't even
Oh my,
crucial advice this. It's too low.
that's so great. My friend,
That's a
for
natural
excellent
one.
role playing.
Wait,
Um, I will.
I was gonna say I can use crucial advice, and then you re-roll and add your stats and my wisdom modifier. And realistically, it cannot be as low as it was.
Unless you roll again.
You understand what system we're using, right? Just okay.
Okay.
All right. It wasn't as low.
No, and then you add
Plus
2 to that because that's my
10.
modifier.
That's a 10.
I mean, it does not negate the soundness of your argument. It's more about like, the delivery. Um, And I think that Ruth is able to smooth things over enough that, like, they aren't like appalled or whatever. They will go to help out Barbara. I think that the biggest things are, first of all, there's like, you guys, it's been made clear that you guys are going to leave. So they have no one with law to protect them. They are now sitting on a substantial pile of gold. And that sounds like it would be awfully tempting for some outlaws to come and ravage the town. Um, so I think that the first order of business would be to get that gold into the vault, and then work on getting that converted into like a less volatile currency. Um, so I think she will ask you guys to send a message to a town further west, essentially asking for help. Like, hey, we need protectors. Like, A, we need protectors, and B, we need to convert our currency.
Can do.
Ruth will take the letter.
Okay. Um, and then, like, sort of like chop chop, everybody gets put to work, and like, their livelihoods are at stake. Like, they could be harmed or attacked if they don't put this into motion, so they do.
Kid's gonna actually advise them to hole up inside of the bank building until help arrives, so that it's like a fortifiable location.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, okay. I think that's reasonable. It's not like they can't fight back at all, right?
No, but like if they have like a defensive position as people are coming in, it's a lot easier to shoot down than it is to shoot up, you know?
You're right. Yeah, all of that gets put into motion. I think another thing that happens is that somebody is assigned Snaps's portfolio to go into the vault and like check and see like if these are like missing persons. And a lot of these photos, a lot of these portraits can actually be assigned to statues in the vault.
Okay, how much time do we have until we're leaving? Because I also had another idea.
That's up to you guys.
As soon as possible. We've done what we needed to in this place.
Quick convert some gold into a shit ton of ammo. That's the best I can do for you. We go.
Okay. These folks, it's kind of a bittersweet sending off, because honestly, these guys are sending you away in a, like, it's less like there goes the conquering heroes and more like there goes our last hope. Um, and I think Barbara makes it clear to you that, like, if you don't send somebody back for them, you've signed their death warrants.
No pressure.
No pressure. Um, Similarly, Trisannas, I think that, like, while you are participating in these preparations, you find yourself in front of Snaps's photography shop. And there is a man just sort of standing in front of it, like looking up at it with his hands behind his back. And he turns slightly, and you see that it's Jed.
Mr. Jedediah.
Ah, Ms. Trisannas.
I'm glad to see you out and about.
Yeah, I suppose that's your doing.
Well, it was the right thing to do.
I appreciate that.
Of course, I'm sorry it had to end that way for you.
Me too. I suppose I got a bit careless. I could only hide my operation from Ms. Sissy for so long, I suppose. I'm just happy that it turned out the way that it did.
I'm sorry I was suspicious of you. you were doing good in this town.
I do not blame you, miss. It was a very suspicious situation. Oh, perhaps I can make it up to you. And he sort of like reaches into his camera bag, and he pulls out the camera, and he does a few adjustments, sort of like picks it up, like points it away from you, like up towards the building, and then he hands the camera to you, and he says, "Would you mind? I figure there's one last portrait I should take."
Of course.
And he goes and stands in place and like adjusts himself, strikes a pose, smiles, looks down the lens.
She sort of blinks into it, closes an eye, figuring things out, and snaps her shot.
All right. And as you do so, like you bring the camera down, and it seems that Jed Snaps is gone.
Just sort of looks at the camera.
There's some sounds from inside. Eventually, it spits out a little Polaroid.
Is there more than one picture left in there? Like, can she take more?
Yes.
I think she might actually go into the shop. She'll kind of take the picture and, as it's developing, place it on the counter, and I think she'll grab some more packs of film,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll take the camera with her.
Okay. As you leave, I think that the camera, the audience's perspective, we linger behind, and as you head out the door, the camera sort of angles down, and we see the photo develop, and it's a little bit blurred actually, but it is
No
a
doubt.
classic ghost photo. And I think that might be a good place for us to leave off on our break for this evening.
Sounds good. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you all shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. We're back. Hello, everybody. We've returned. LB, I think you were doing a yawn, but you had your hands covering your face, and I y'all have done a bit at me for many years that I was like, oh fuck, like what is happening? What? Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm sorry. It was just I was gonna burp and then it turned into a yawn. So
No worries.
Every time I run a game on this channel, like we come back from break and I go like, will it happen?
Is today the day?
Is the day the day? It has happened before. You guys have done it.
It's true.
Not that I'm asking for it. Hey, welcome back, everyone. When we last left off, Trisannas had just taken a very spooky ghost photo of Jedediah Snaps and had a sweet little moment with him as she helped him complete his unfinished business, and now he has moved on. When were you guys planning on leaving, and how?
Boy, as soon as possible.
Reasonable.
So I think the how. Did we want to bring?
No.
No. Okay, leaving them there. That solves that problem. My thought, we came here on foot. We could either use our gold to create like a cart, because there is a train here again, but then we run the risk of getting hit by a train going the other way again.
Well, we could easily solve that problem by getting on the right fucking rail this time.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. So
there's a train that leaves, right? We can just leave on the train.
Well, the train left at
in the train.
midnight last night, and I don't know their frequency. Or if that's something like, because I think it's common.
They have a train schedule, right?
Yes. So we'd probably find like a train schedule or something if we dug around town a little bit more, unless we just wanted to use a little bit of gold for something like a cart, or
I like the hand jack that we were doing earlier.
Yeah, cart, hand jack,
Sure.
something. Like if one of y'all can command or convince a spirit to let us put a cart on it, then we would just have wheels. But I don't know how that all works.
I like how you say one of us, because I'm immediately thinking of the other one of us doing that.
Look, if it ends up
If
being a
only
spectral rickshaw
someone-
kind of situation. I'm not pointing any fingers, but if someone can get us a spirit horse, then we would pay.
Can I just
minimal
use
for a
regular
cart.
money to buy a regular horse?
That's boring.
Yeah, certainly. Absolutely. Like, why couldn't you?
Simon, you make my head hurt.
The horse would have to sleep. We'd have to feed it. We have to care about this creature. It's fine. We'll just get a real horse.
We
I
have two
guess.
people who are of nature. We'll care for the horse. It's fine.
You guys could totally like get horses and just
Mhm.
ride horses across the West like cowboys do. You could just get horses.
Y'all are down for just getting a horse? We can just have a
Yeah,
horse.
I'm fine with getting horses.
Okay.
All right, 3 horses.
What's
So-
the arrangement with what does travel look like?
Everyone on their
Yeah.
respective mounts?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, right, because you got
Morbeck.
Morbeck.
A spirit horse.
I'm silly. Let me look up horses. Because you're spending actual gold on these, you will have to remove those.
Nah, you don't want even more gold for the bandits to steal.
A riding horse. No, that's a stat block. A riding horse.
How expensive
Would-
can it be? 20 bananas?
75 gold.
Oh, that's not
Oh,
bad.
that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Cool. I'll bring that up when it becomes relevant. Okay. What is everybody's like experience with horses? Just out of curiosity.
Like real life horse experience? or
No.
in-game?
I'm talking
Okay.
like characters. Like
I was a horse girl.
What the fuck is a horse?
Yeah.
Oh, bless. Okay.
It's like a deer without any defense mechanisms.
Mhm.
Y'all shave the deer?
No.
The
No,
defense
sweetie.
mechanism is called panic and kick.
You can ride with me, Rakel. It's all right.
No, I'm good.
No, they are quite a bit faster than walking.
Rakel already has specified that they were going to be on their spirit wolf thing.
Oh, wonderful.
No need
No,
for
we're
addition-
Princess Mononoke-ing this shit.
Yeah.
Heard.
Kid was raised around horses, so he knows how to ride.
Sorry.
I've ridden a horse
Nice.
or two in my day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it. You guys take off and start riding. Gosh, nature really is just the catch-all skill in this edition, isn't it? Because there's no animal handling, there's no survival. It is all just nature.
Diplomacy horse.
I diplome the horse. Okay. Well, I would like y'all to do a group check.
Oh boy.
And roll either a nature or a perception. Just for, traveling. Also, y'all can have a short rest, and refresh any encounter stuff that may have been expended
Yay.
in the previous scene. gosh,
All
all right, for the audio
right.
cast.
The
12,
ra-
16, 17, and 20.
the ranger gets the lowest score.
I reckon that would be an overall success. No problems are encountered on the road necessarily. You do wind up leaving the town. You ride through the gardens, which have now sort of deteriorated from like manicured cosmetic plants into stuff that's a little more practical. You can see that there are rows of onions and potatoes. And you ride out of town and down into the thickly forested area outside of Glimmer, which, you know, traveling for the better part of the day as the sun begins to set, and you exit the forested area surrounding Glimmer and start going into more prairie sagebrush lands, a hotter, drier climate. You are moving, and who has the highest passive perception?
18.
Not I.
22.
22. Holy butts. Rakel, you catch sight of something in the corner of your eye, and you realize that up along a cliffside that you guys are sort of snaking around the foot of, you see that there are a few figures sort of meandering about.
Heads up. And I'll just sort of like gesture over toward there, but you know, I wouldn't suggest that we like don't look and make it obvious.
Kid standing on top of these figures looking down at them.
No. These figures are looking down at you.
Oh, no. My joke was he teleported behind them and he's looking down after Rakel said, look, don't make it obvious.
The church
Nothing-
sniper. Me.
Nothing personnel, kid. Y'all look up to, you said you were joking, right?
Yeah, I was joking.
Okay. You look up to see that there's about 4 figures sort of meandering about, and they seem to be like talking amongst themselves and pointing down at you. Until finally, one of them sort of shouts and says, "Hey!"
Well, hey.
What?
He pulls out a piece of paper, sort of squints at it, and like looks down and says, "Are y'all the ones who took out Miss Sissy?"
Who?
Like points back towards Glimmer. "That bounty just got claimed, and y'all are heading out of Glimmer."
Kid shrugs.
What's it to ya?
You see him pull out another piece of paper, and he sort of like points at each one of you, respectively. He like squints at the paper. He goes, "Carbuncle, Trisannas, Rakel, and this just says the kid. You know that's a title. You have to have a name in front of it, like Jimmy the Kid or Susan the Kid.
It's like Cher. You only say it once.
Y'all don't even have a proper posse name. How did you take out Miss Sissy?"
I don't think that's
Who are
polite.
you?
The fuck are you?
You see him sort of like flutter up into the air a little bit. You watch as like a pair of wings sprout from his shoulders. He takes off his hat, gives you a little bow and says, "Well, my name is Dusty, and these are my devils."
And I'm marking him.
What's your
Sure.
purpose, Mr. Dusty?
Well, I reckon y'all are probably carrying a bit of gold, aren't you?
This would be a mistake.
Yes, but on whose account, ma'am?
Do you have any idea how expensive these things are? He's like brushing his horse.
You hear a clatter of a stone behind you. And like every one of you hear this. You turn around and you see a familiar looking figure with spiky shoulders, spiky jacket on. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dusty. I ain't too good at this." Like he's like clearly in like a sneaking position. And Dusty like rolls his eyes and he goes, "Sorry, he's new."
It's all right. Ruth, can you turn back around and give the lad like another? No, don't keep an eye on him. You mute yourself, LB.
Triss pulls out her rifle and kind of just sets it on her lap, and she says, "Are you right sure you want to be doing this?"
I could say it the same to you. I reckon it's time to roll initiative.
Boy.
Wait 1 second.
Crack her up.
Holding.
Wait until I move you over to my page, because if you roll beforehand, you won't be able to see yourself in the initiative.
Like y'all know this guy, or y'all are looking around like y'all know him.
Well,
Oh no.
That's
How long have we
fine.
been without audio?
Yeah. Possibly.
We'll find out.
Since the screen change. Okay.
that's all right. They should still be able to read what we're saying.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Nobody heard me call Rakel Rachel.
Oh no, they did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. God. Yay. No, I hit the wrong button. I just re-rolled kids initiative. What did you get before? 16.
Like
I'll change that back.
No, I got like a 3. You're looking at my nature check.
Oh, that's your nature check. Oh yeah. Silly me. Okay. Now that I'm no longer befuddled, I can finish rolling initiative on these guys. Beep. Boop.
I've fixed it, Levi. Don't you worry.
Here we are. Ye, and dare I say, aw. Alrighty. Nope. Yes, my friend.
Can I get a little pubber on the
Oh, you so right. Nearly forgot. Let me just go steal it from the vault. All right. So you should be able to control it and everything. Okay. Now let me remove that token. There you go. You can put them wherever you like. Let me sort the initiative. Excellent. All right, now let me bring up my notes and we should be good to go. All right. At the beginning of the initiative, you'll see something come rushing at you from behind. As it appears that the rest of this guy's gang has, in fact, snuck up on you.
You said his
We're
name
going to go
was
ahead and...
Dan?
Dusty.
Dusty.
The Dust Devil, which is a sort of like lithe-looking figure, who you would actually recognize as an RJustice, comes darting up to you and brandishes 2 war fans. Shifts up to 5 squares. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't shift and just use our movement. Yeah, we'll use both of those things. He's gonna run up to you, and threaten Rakel. Do we have a minor action? All right, we don't. That's fine. Mud Devil up here is going to start flying over. Yeah, that's just enough. And then he's going to use Mud Devil. You would actually recognize as an Earth Genasi, and he also has a pair of devil wings sticking out from his shoulders. He flies out, descends, and lands with a crash. The earth kind of rumbles underneath you, kid. And he pulls out what at first looks like a club, but is instead another sort of war fan. It's very large, it's two-handed, and it has kind of that butterfly shape at the end of it, rather than like a thwarp, like fan yourself sort of fan that the RJustice has. He's going to land, and then he's going to start growing. And he becomes a large creature, and actually you are pushed out of his square.
At least buy me dinner first, big guy.
And yeah, that's a standard action. Cool. And then Dusty. He is going to shoot down at Carbuncle down there. That's a 13 versus your fortitude, Ruth.
Yeah, can't hear you, bud.
You said 13 versus fortitude?
Yes.
That is a miss.
Awesome. You do not take that damage, and you are not weakened until the end of... Oh, I've misspelled Dusty. Incredible. All right, Ruth, it's your turn.
What'd you spell it as?
Doisty.
Doisty.
Dostoyevsky.
Doisty devils. Let's see what we can do here. So in 4th edition, you can't break up movement, right? Like you
cannot.
Okay.
But the encounter power that you just took lets you do just that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which I'm pretty sure is the whole benefit of that particular encounter power.
Yeah.
And it's nice because a lot of your ranger powers can be used as a melee attack or a ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
I would know. I've had to make macros for all of them.
Yeah, so I am going to get... Because it's once you move while you're in a threatened square, so I can't move, like, as part of my move
that would
action
provoke.
There. Okay.
Yeah, that would provoke.
Gotcha. Okay, so I am going to use my brand new power, my new thing.
Just to... I'm not metagaming here, I'm just giving an example. You could go, you could go around here, and not enter his threatened squares, and then flank with Kid,
Okay. Yeah.
and then gain a +2 to your attack.
That sounds rad. I'm gonna do that. Thank you, voice in the sky.
I am here to help. 4th edition is going to get fucky, so I'm trying to give you every advantage possible, and also show you some of the funner mechanics. Because when we switched from 4e to 5e, I was all like, "What do you mean no more flanking?"
I am going to use both attacks on this guy.
On the big guy. All right. One of those is a natural 20. It's on your short sword, however, so we won't be rolling your crit damage for your battle crazed
That's
hand
okay.
axe. Looks like you are not bloodied. So that's fine. And you can
Oh, you
shift
could've
up to
m-
3.
Oh,
You can
sorry,
shift up to 3 squares. Cool. Love to see it.
So
Let
I
me just
zip,
go.
like do a quick back and forth diagonal so I can get flanking. Axe, short sword, and then I just like turn towards Doisty and start fucking gunning for him.
You know
Then-
what? That's completely deserved. How funny. Okay. Next, another dust devil is going to appear. And these guys are fast. Essentially what they do is that they they move those fans to kind of like blow them across the battlefield. This guy is gonna rush up on Triss. And since he has enough movement to do so, he's going to attack, assuming that
Danae?
nothing happens to him.
Miss Danae.
Mhm.
So I have Pursuit of a Hunter, which is a reaction.
Mhm.
An enemy within 2 squares of you moves on its turn. Does that have to be when on the start of its turn is it's within 2 squares of me?
I
I think it's just
believe so.
Okay.
The wording makes it sound like that. You can go ahead and hit the
Okay.
macro so that we can read the exact wording.
Heard. Okay, what is this one? Was it Pursuit of the Hunter? Yes. How does one hit the macro?
hit the
Hit
roll button.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
an enemy within 2 squares of you moves on its turn.
I think
I
if it
feel-
moves into your threatened area, essentially, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to rule it that way.
I'm going to do that then. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say no.
No, thank you. All right, and you're gonna basically put a mark on it to attack it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you don't take a -2 penalty to attack rolls for attacking it when it has cover or concealment. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna put a little green dot on it, and that's what it represents.
good.
Though it does have an ability called Stinging Sands, which is a close burst 3. So I think he's going to do that actually. It would hit Rakel and Kid. So here that comes. He sort of like spins in a circle and kicks up some dust, and creates a dust devil. 14 versus your fortitude.
Nar.
Arr.
Hits.
For neither of you?
Neither. Nope.
Shit.
Okay, it's going to do half damage on a miss.
Triss, you weren't in the AoE. You're fine.
Oh,
Yeah, you
And half of 19
You were 4 squares away.
is
I
9.
gotcha. Oh, thank you. 9.
This man said pocket sand.
Welcome to Dusty's Devils. All right, another mud devil is going to float on down and make it Mr. Carbuncle's problem. I think he's going to actually attack you. Ooh, natural 20.
Oh,
Fuck.
So that's going to be 20 damage fully. So this guy basically like flutters out above you, pulls out his fan, and then just like cuts the flight and just drops his full weight onto you from above.
You said that is 20 damage?
Yes, because
Oofta.
in 4th edition, you do the maximum damage of your dice when you
God,
crit.
I'm glad he wasn't large.
Yeah, it would hurt a lot, I think.
Speaking of,
Now another dust devil is going to appear. And he also needs to move quite a distance in order to get in range of y'all. But maybe he could also perform Stinging Sands. Let's see how close he is after he moves his speed of 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, that is within the range of Morabek, Rakel, and Kid. So let's see some damage from this fella. 24 versus Fortitude and
Fuck.
19 damage. And also, y'all are blinded until the end of the Dust Devil's next turn.
Okay, hang on.
Let's see if there is a token with
If
an
a save
eyeball on it.
equal to spirit level, spirit equal to 10 plus 1/2 your level or higher. Yep, the spirit disappears.
Oh no, Morabek!
And I take damage equal to 6.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna tuck him away for a little bit. I don't recall what your summoning rules are, but just in case he comes back. Thorny Toad Outlaw.
It's just minor.
Cool. Actually, that's really good. This here Thorn is gonna run up to Triss, and he's gonna try and give her a kick. Don't worry, I got it. 12 versus your AC. You are muted.
My bad. No, that's not hit.
He does a pratfall. Whoop! Completely
Bless.
misses you. Triss, it's your turn.
Okie dokie. Let me see if this. Reactions, you only have 1 reaction per turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Triss takes aim at the gentleman she has targeted before.
No,
you
you would provoke a attack of opportunity if you remain where you're at before you when you attack, because you have somebody
so I should shift, right?
Yes,
I
exactly.
mean, it's fine. It's a little guy.
I mean, you
Yeah,
don't have to, but like
he seems pretty useless, anyways. But no,
I'm trying to be more proactive about 4th edition mechanics.
Right. I'm going to do a Thorn Cloud shot at the green guy.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 9 versus his AC.
You have a hero point or action point.
Dude.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll do that. Try again. 15 versus
Holy
AC.
shit,
Is that
you
any
rolled
better?
Max damage twice.
15, yes, I believe that would hit.
Okay.
I'll double.
And then
I gotta double check. Sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. A 15 does not hit.
Ooh, okay.
Oh no. Because of your pursuit of the hunter, you do. Oh no, you don't take the -2 penalty for attack rolls for attacking it when it's cover concealment. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's lame.
Okay. Does the effect still go off, the burst effect?
Oh yeah, it would still make that
Okay.
zone.
Okay. It's a zone of in a burst 1 centered on the target, and it lasts until the start of my next turn. If the creature ends its turn within the zone, it takes poison damage equal to my wisdom modifier.
Alrighty, let me just quickly make that zone. Oh, I keep on doing this thing. I am artist. Okay. There we go. There's a zone. There's a thorny zone.
Okay.
Thorny Zone Gym.
Thorny Zone Gym.
It lasts until the start of your next turn. Any creature that ends
Mhm.
its turn there takes poison damage equal to your wisdom modifier. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does that also include the deal 1d6 extra damage? Or is that just
I think that's
until
baked
the
into
end of
an
your, you deal
attack.
1d6 extra damage to the targeted enemy when you hit it? Okay, yep, no. Reading is important, ladies and gentlemen.
It's fundamental, especially in 4th edition. If you're a lawyer, you'd be really good at 4E.
That's my action, my major action, my movement, and I'm gonna take a stance here with my minor action.
All right, what does that do?
My hunter's instinct, which is this one. Until the stance ends, when you make a ranged weapon attack against any creature within 2 squares of you, you can score a critical hit on a 19 or 20.
That's sick.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm going to give you a little yellow tag to remind us of that. Awesome. All right, Rakel, you are next in the initiative.
I am on the ground. I am blinded. I have 2 hit points.
Oh my god.
So let me make sure that I don't have to see for the things that I would like to do.
Okay. You know what? Funnily enough, most 4th edition powers do not require sight in order to perform actions.
All right.
But somebody ought to check the crib sheet to see what blinded does.
I will assume that I can call my spirit back to protect me. And I can get him to make a certain kind of strike, but I have to find it. I have to find the sheet.
Blind. Grant combat advantage. Cannot see targets. -5 attack penalty. -10 to perception. Cannot flank.
Okay, so that's -5 to the attack.
To your attack. Because the spirit, if it was blinded, popped. If you resummon it...
Doesn't have the blinded condition.
It doesn't have... It's an extension of me.
Oh.
So...
10
versus 4.
I'm afraid that does not hit.
All right. I'm here with 2 hit points on the ground and blind. That's it.
Okie dokie then. Okie dokie. Love to see it. What knocked you prone? Do you recall?
I
Or are
assume
you just
falling off a Morbeg.
Okay. All right. We'll just say you're narratively prone. Another mud devil is going to hop down. Fly, fly, fly. Oh, hey, look, flanking.
That's not good.
16 versus AC.
Oh, get fucked, nerd.
Does he miss?
25 is my AC. He misses.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Cool. That is his turn. Kid.
Hello. I'm not
You're
having a good
blinded.
time.
Mm-mm.
Oh boy. These fuckos aren't...
Someone call my mom. I want to go home.
I'm going to second wind.
That's probably a reasonable choice.
What are the rules again? I just use up a healing surge?
Yep.
Yes, and it's a standard action, I believe.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh boy. I hope. Okay. I'm gonna use a hero action point to surge again.
All right.
So that's that. 16 plus 8 is 22. 24.
Are you doing a second healing surge?
Yeah.
You can only do
I'll
one
do
healing
one.
surge per round. It's an encounter power.
No.
You can still hit a guy.
I could
Mhm.
still hit a motherfucker.
You could hit a guy.
What was I at this much? Okay. Okay. I'm swinging for the fences, hoping to hit the big guy.
Boy.
Oh wait, I have a mini thing now down here. This button does a 24, 20, 19.
A
That's how much
19
that
does
is.
not hit.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna use my minor to enter my ghost stance so that I can shift around and do just that.
All right, I'm gonna give you a little yellow mark to say that you're in your stance.
1, 2.
That's your shifting.
Yeah, I can shift 2 instead of Ruthie's 3.
Love it.
I just want to double check something. Yep. Okay, cool beans.
Love seeing arrows moving across the screen. All right, anything else for you, my friend?
That is it for me. The arrows are for me. They make things haha funny.
All right, this here Dust Devil is going to do its recharge move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he'll do that. So he's gonna do something called a Gale Blast. He shifts 5 squares, and each time he moves adjacent to an enemy, for the first time during the move, he makes an attack against the enemy. So here's what that looks like. He's gonna go here and attack Rakel. He's gonna go here and attack Kid, and then he's gonna move here and attack Trisannas. So I'm sure we haven't refreshed your reaction yet, have we, Tris?
It's after my turn, so
Oh,
does it
yeah,
refresh
then your
at the beginning
reaction.
of the round?
Was that an encounter power that you used before?
Well, that's a great question, Danae. Let me.
When somebody within 2 feet of you moves on their turn?
It's an
Or
encounter.
2 squares, rather. It's an encounter. All right, just double checking.
Yeah.
Here come those Gale Blast attacks.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3.
Jesus
Oof.
Christ.
Oh, he crit against Kid. Fortunately, these are only knocking you prone. So 13 versus Fortitude on Rakel.
No.
Okay. Crit
But
on
Raquel
Kid.
is already narratively prone.
Well, now you are mechanically prone. I suppose he also moved adjacent to Morabek, so here's one for
If he's
too.
shifting, is he shifting?
He's shifting, yes.
Damn it.
Sorry. 17 versus Morabek.
Well, that hits me.
Yeah, that hits Morabek. All right. Let me just distribute some prone tokens here. Una, dos.
This man kicked a fucking dog and a deer.
I don't think he hit you, Rakel, did he?
No.
Okay. Oh,
But Rakel's already on the ground.
Oh, well. Very okay. A 26 does hit you, Kid, right?
No, too high.
Okay, cool. Tris, I don't believe a 7 hits your Fortitude. All right. I'm gonna assume. Okay. So yeah, what this looks like is that he's got out his 2 fans, like thwarps them open, and he just like blasts himself forward in several different directions, and like blows a gust of wind at each one of you, trying to knock you over. Tris, you just root yourself in place, and he is unable to phase you. That is his turn. Mud Devil is now a very big boy. You see him rooted to the ground. It seems that it has made him more powerful. He regens 5 hit points at the beginning of his turn. And then he is going to do a big ol' heckin' slam on Kid. An 18 hit your AC?
Hilariously, no.
Awesome. You grant advantage. 20?
Do I have my longsword out? Well, my claymore out. So my AC is, yeah, sadly.
Unfortunately, that's gonna do 23 damage.
Oof.
And then he become small again.
I'm up at 1.
Oh gosh. Not for long. Dusty's turn. He's gonna whistle and say, "Get him!" And everyone within 10 squares of him gets a free attack on whoever's next to them.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
Hurt near everybody. And this is a rechargeable power, so hopefully he can't use it every turn. Hopefully. And they each take 5 necrotic damage as he seems to be influencing them with his gold in a way that is not necessarily the healthiest for them. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Just distributing that damage real quick. You can see sort of gold veins bulging in their necks as they each take a swing at you. 17 versus Trisannas. Reflex.
Flex, yes, that hits.
All right. 10 damage, and you're going to be slid 2 squares as that wind sort of blows you in this direction.
Oh no.
Ruth, you're going to get attacked twice. A 14 doesn't hit your AC, but I reckon a 28 will on a crit.
Boy.
And that's going to be 16, 20 damage.
Ruth goes down.
Oh. All right. And then one more attack for you know what? Let's give it to Triss, actually, because it's kind of fun when we do it with the slideys, right? 14 versus AC on Triss.
For AC is 16. No, it does not hit.
All right. He tries to take a swing at you as you're sliding towards him, and he misses. Ruth, I need a death saving throw that's just a flat d20.
If I'm down, do I still make dexterity saves?
Oh, not dex. Did I say dex or did I say death?
You said dex, but I can make a death save.
I meant to say death.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. It's just a d20.
It's just a flat d20.
Yep. A 3.
Unfortunately, that is one tick in the bad one.
I'm in danger.
All right, that's you, Ruth. This here Dust Devil has started his turn in that zone. It has only been 1 round of combat. How we feeling, folks?
Dead.
He's dead. All right, he's in this here zone. This zone only hurts him if he ends his turn here, right? You're muted.
I have muted myself. I know what I am doing. Thorncloud shot. Lasts until the start of your next turn. Any creature that ends its turn within the zone.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to move out of that zone then. I think he's going to run towards you, Triss, and try and give you an attack. 12 versus your reflex?
Reflex? No.
Okay. This here Mud Devil has should probably put a indicator that Ruth is down. He is going to start moving towards what he indicates as more of a threat. He's going to take a swing at Triss. 22 versus AC. 22 versus AC on Triss. Muted.
Ah! Yes, it hits. For sure hits.
Okay, that's going to be 10 damage. This here Dust Devil is going to move here, here, and then here so that he's flanking. And he's going to attack
Was that shifting?
Kid. He is not shifting, but he also didn't go adjacent to anybody.
Who's he flanking with?
The Mud Devil.
Damn it, leaves.
Oh, okay, so that's how.
I mean,
That's a miss, by the way. Oh no, sorry, that's Rakel.
Yeah, I haven't attacked yet.
okay. Did an enemy leave a square adjacent to my spirit companion without shifting?
No.
Okay.
He
Then
went
never mind.
around so that he didn't go adjacent to anybody.
Then never mind.
Okay, he's going to attack. 13 versus reflex. Actually, hold on. You're granting combat advantage because you're prone and blind.
Would we
15
still be
versus
blind?
reflex.
I'm not blind anymore.
You're going you're going
'Cause
to remove. Is it at the beginning of his turn or the
It's
end
at
of his
the
turn?
end. At the end of the Dust Devil's turn, but it's been like
Mm.
we've both made attacks with the blind condition. So I assume it's been more than a turn.
This is the guy that blinded you. So at the end of his turn, it'll go away.
Damn it. Okay.
I'm still okay.
Okay. Did he did he hit you with that one?
No.
Okay. I thought not. All right. You are no longer blinded.
Yippee.
Wait, hold on. Remove that blinded token. No more blinded tokens for all you folks. Okay. Y'all remembered to increase your hit points on this level up, right?
Mhm.
Just checking. Thorny Toad Outlaw is gonna stand up and say, "Yeah, get him!" And that's his turn. Trisannas, it's your turn.
Bless. Okay. I'm in a bit of a pickle. So shifting, I can only shift 1 square, right?
Yes,
get out
unless you have a power that lets you shift more.
Is there anything I can do about Ruth?
It would be a heal check.
Because I don't have a healing magic.
Right. Anybody can do a heal check. I believe you have to get higher than a 10 in order to stabilize somebody. Let me double check. But I am also pretty certain that's a standard action.
Doesn't Rakel have like a big healing burst ability?
You're assuming that I am going to live that long.
Your turn's up next.
You are assuming that I am going to live that long.
Healing the dying. When an adventurer is dying, any healing restores him or her to at least 1 hit point. If somebody has stabilized the character using the heal skill, but he or she receives no healing, he or she regains hit points after an extended rest. I really ought to have my crib sheet up. I think that would be more helpful in this situation. Aid, heal. Stabilize 15 DC. So you could use your standard action to attempt a heal check, and if you get a 15, you stabilize him.
But they don't come up with like to 1 HP. They just aren't dying.
They just aren't dying. And I don't think at this point there's any way to move away from these guys without provoking.
Yeah.
So it might be best to try and position yourself as best you can, and then go from there.
So I can't move, I can't move anywhere where I'm not going to take an opportunity attack if I'm using a ranged weapon.
It appears so.
Okay.
So I suppose the option there would be to do a melee basic.
If you want, you can shift down 1 square and fight this mud devil with kids, so you get combat advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my basic attack isn't anything. Like, it's gonna do 1d4 damage.
Nickel and dime 'em. Unless you have like a spell ability.
I don't. It's the only thing I have is range shit. I can shift once I hit something.
Do you have anything that's like a close burst or a blast?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I believe bursts and blasts don't provoke. But I could be talking out of my butt.
All of my stuff is either personal, attack. Like my spirit's rebuke is something, but that's if somebody hits me.
Honestly, you could use healing surges.
Not a bad idea.
And then save that reaction for when someone hits you, so you could deal damage to them without having to provoke.
Yeah. You could still use your shift to get down there to sort of push yourself out of that surrounded Conga situation. And it also sets Kid up to be flanking when he stands up next turn.
Isn't he already flanking when I'm here though?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yes. Yes, technically yes.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to shift, but it's just not doing much of anything. So if I do a range attack, I will get 2 opportunity attacks?
Yes.
Okay. I guess then I will make a melee attack, since that is what I can do right now.
Okay.
I will attack this mud devil dude.
Okay.
The 15 versus AC?
Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong macro. That doesn't mean anything. No, it does not hit.
Okay. Let's see.
Hold on. I have made a mistake. These guys' defenses are way higher than they're supposed to be.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I absolutely wrote down the wrong thing here. My bad. I'm going to give them all 10 damage to make up for that. The Mud Devil's defenses were written incorrectly.
Okay.
Apologies, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
This fella is now bloodied.
Okay. Which one? Oh, that one. Okay. Yep, that's all I can do.
Okay. Rakel, it is your turn now.
Okay.
Well, wait, question. Would the basic attack have hit with the correct AC?
I'll double check. Yes, it would have.
So is that
5 damage?
Additional 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy is also bloodied. Sorry, yeah. These guys are supposed to have way lower defenses. There was an extra 10 added onto there. I did that on accident. Yeah. I realized afterwards, I was like, wait a second, that's way too much.
So this effect goes down, the burst over there.
Okay, got it.
That's my turn.
Okay.
How hurt will I be if I do this?
If you do what?
Damn it.
That would provoke opportunity attacks from 2 people.
Damn it.
However, what you're trying to get adjacent to Ruth here?
No, I'm specifically I'm trying to get around this guy.
Okay. And then after, what's the move?
Like,
what are you trying to accomplish by going there?
To get like somewhere around here so that Ruth and Kid are within a burst 5.
Within a burst 5. Is it a close burst 5 or just a
Yes.
burst 5?
Yeah, it's close burst 5.
Close
So
burst 5.
I have to be there.
Okay, so the closest you need to be is like here.
Okay, but moving
so
there
what you could...
would still hurt me.
Yes, but only once. And from the guy who does less damage. Like, you would provoke from this fella right here. Because you'd have to go here, and then here. And that would be exiting his... Oh, actually, never mind. It would... You'd be exiting this guy's, as well.
Could you stand here and also get the burst 5?
Do you want me to die?
Yeah, you could go there. That wouldn't provoke at all. No, wait. Yes, it would. Never mind.
Oh, because
I keep forgetting. Because you'd be exiting a threatened square.
Every movement is a threatened movement.
Okay.
Well,
what's the condition for prone?
Crib sheet.
Prone means you grant combat advantage to melee attacks, but you have cover for ranged attacks.
What about getting unprone?
You use your
must
movement.
use your movement to stand up. Ruth is okay to be down for a round. You could just shift towards him and start getting closer to him. And then save your healing for next round.
I will not survive that long. I'm going to use Spirit of the Healing Flood on the people that I can get right now. So we'll all heal 7.
Nice.
Okay.
Then I am going to then I'm gonna dash through here.
Oh my gosh. So you're just gonna throw caution to the wind and provoke?
Yep.
All right, I believe in you.
Well, I guess first off we gotta do that.
Okay.
And so I think I would trigger from him first.
Okay. 10 versus reflex?
Nope.
All right. 25 versus AC.
Yes.
All right. That's 16 damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
And the damage and the hits, those were fine?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, the only mistake I made was putting in a 1 before those defenses. No and I can explain more about that in Knights in the Courtyard.
Sounds good.
Anything else? Well, I guess not, because you're down. Mud Devil's turn. I reckon he'll pick up Ruth and fly up to his boss. And then he's going to stabilize you. Kid, you are prone.
I am prone. I'm going to use my...
You get regeneration 2.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to use regeneration 2 to get up to 10, and then I'm going to use a minor action for another 10 to get to 20.
Nice.
And then I use the move to stand up.
Alrighty.
Nope, that's dead. Turn to the mud devil next to me and hit him with my melee. 26 to hit?
Yes.
For 12 damage.
That would even hit him on his wrong defenses. I'm sorry, you said 12 damage?
Yes.
This guy's on his last legs.
Man, if I had the damage I'd kept earlier, might have done it. Okay, move minor. Yep, that's me.
All right. Okay. This here Dust Devil, he's got a purple on him. Why is that? Did I explain what that was there for when I did it? Or
If they had, no, if they haven't recharged yet, I think.
Right, he's got a recharge thing that he hasn't taken care of yet. Okay. Well, he's going to run forward and he's going to attack Triss.
Oh my god.
Oof. The dice have been unkind today.
Mm-hmm.
That's 16 damage on Triss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's fine with where you're at. Mud Devil is going to make himself big. He's going to embiggen. No, he's not, because he didn't recharge. He is going to instead attack Kid. 22 versus AC.
Yep.
7 damage.
Ow. I just healed that.
All right,
I have
Dusty.
a thing.
Oh,
Wrath of the Destroyer. So I let me pull the thing. Sorry, I'm looking at two different things. Wrath of the Destroyer. Bloodied enemy attacks you or your ally adjacent. Is he adjacent to? He's not adjacent to me. Or
yes, he is.
okay. You
Oh,
either make
an ally adjacent to you.
Yeah,
Sorry, no,
so
he's not.
never mind.
Like he's adjacent to
Never
you.
mind. Yes.
Oh. No. Okay, sorry. You're right.
Mhm.
If I was standing like below her.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Dusty. He is going to try and attack Kid, I think.
No, but Triss is
Look
so
at
much
that.
lower.
I break macro. Stand by.
Please, I have a thing. I have
Fucking
a thing.
rude.
I have a thing. I really want it to happen. I have a thing.
You marked Dusty, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, yeah. I think he attacked Ruth earlier. And we didn't respect your mark regarding that.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Well, am I allowed to do the thing now?
Sure.
Kid snaps his fingers and he's going to use an immediate interrupt on Dusty. When this happens, I get to cast my temporal lunge ability. Or
Okay.
transposing lunge. Does a 24 to hit?
Yes, that would hit.
He is immediately teleported to an adjacent square next to me.
Dusty is?
Dusty is.
Incredible. Where do you want to put him?
I'm gonna put him between these dust devils.
Okay.
I deal 26 damage.
Okay.
And there is just like a snarl and thunderbolts like lightning off of Kid's head as he cracks the butt end of his rifle across Dusty's face.
Oh my god, this bloodies him. Give me an intimidation check.
Oh boy. 25.
That's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. I think that this is enough to scare him off. Yeah. That's on his turn, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think that he uses his movement to shift away. And because he has not attacked, he literally is going to run.
Kid is going to level the butt end of his rifle and point to each one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shove thunder so far up your ass, you're gonna be puking lightning.
Beautiful. All right. Ruth, you are stabilized. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 fellas are also going to turn tail and run. Dust Devil.
They're
Great
not
Shift.
sword
provoking.
opportunist.
Huh?
They're not provoking because they're shifting and then running.
Yeah, they're shifting first and then using their action to run. Dust Devil shifts away. Also runs. And then Thorny, the Thorn is kind of left there going like, wait, where's everybody going? Oh man.
Another posse gone.
He also like starts to run away. Kind of has to scramble down this cliffside in order to keep running. Triss, it's now your turn.
Okie dokie.
You can
Triss
regen
is.
too.
Thank you. Triss is going to shift, and I'm gonna use my action to stabilize. Maybe
Okay. Give me a heal check.
10.
Oh, 10. Nice.
All right. Stabilized. Rakel, you have been stabilized. I don't believe that you receive healing, but you are not going to have to make death saving throws. Mud Devil.
Can I?
See.
Oh my. Okay, I can't move again because shifting was my movement, right?
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Mud Devil is going to see that his boss is skedaddling, so he is also going to do so. Kid, it's your turn.
It's the hardest glare at this leftover Dust Devil and Mud Devil. Get.
All right. If you are willing to allow them, they will also get.
Levels rifle to the back of one of them. I could do it and no one would know.
All these fellas are scrambling away. And with that, Ruth is stuck up on a cliffside. And Rakel is downed. But with that, I think that we can cut for today because we're pushing up on time.
Alrighty, sounds good. Wings, thank you so much for this wonderful encounter. These guys are terrifying, and now we have some recurring villains. Cause fuck these guys. I'm gonna Roblox them IRL next time I see them. Thank you so much for running this game. I have a blast whenever you're on the channel. Wings, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. So if you want to see those, go and check it out at my website, DanaeKeener.com.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. That means that you should check me out at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things of my life and talk about some things. Hey, did you know that an audio cast of myself DMing Vast Grim is going to be out coming soon? It is a Mork Borkin space sort of game where there's worms everywhere, and if you've ever seen Starship Trooper, there's going to be a lot of death. But that's me, DanaeKeener.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and the Instagrams and all that fun stuff. You can find me on Hack Recklessly. On Thursday this week, we are doing some more Lethal Company with friends, which should be super fun. And then Friday, I think we're going to be doing a Dagger
Daggerheart?
Daggerheart game on Cujo's channel. And then we'll be back for playthings on Sunday night. It's on Hack Recklessly. But tomorrow at noon, the newest Monster of the Week podcast will be out, starring Ivy, Nika, and Harlan, friend of the channel, Better Than Heroes fame, will be playing in our Monster of the Week game. It is super fun. I love what I did with it so far, and it'll be a two-parter. So the first part will be up at noon tomorrow on YouTube and Spotify and all other podcast places. And then the next one will be up next week, Tuesday. So keep an eye out for those things. I'm very proud of it. Enjoy it. DnD.com.
Oi, I'm Cyber. I'm here right now. That's it. DnD.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sundays. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point. Or you can go towards where Anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, go to patreon.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us again at patreon.com/Indoor Adventures. But we are going to be heading out for the night, so I'd like to say once again, Danae, thank you so much for running this game. Thank you to everybody who decided to stop by, and thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.